everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a home office tour. I don't think I've ever properly shown you my office before, but obviously if you watch my vlogs you probably would have seen it already. But over the past couple of years since we've lived here, I've just been slowly adding different things to my office and moving it around, and it's now become a space I really love. So I wanted to share it with you guys and show you where I really spend most of my time. It's in our second bedroom, so it's like a small second bedroom that I've turned into a home office, and I really like working in there. It's very rare for me to kind of head to the sofa with my laptop and work there because I enjoy sitting in my office. It kind of separates the flat up a little bit for me, so when I'm in the lounge I'm in like relaxed mode, and when I'm in my office I'm in work mode. It's right next to our bedroom. And as I've said previously, our flat is quite small, so wherever we can we just add storage space. We've got a bed that lifts up and we've kind of built in shelves and cupboards where we can. And every piece of furniture that I buy, I always try to make sure it's got some kind of storage in it. So I'm going to show you around my office, which is just in here. So let's go in. So I wanted you guys to see what it looks like when you're looking into my office. So this is how you walk in. On this side is my desk and my beauty storage. Behind me is a kind of gallery wall, and then on this side is my bookshelf and all of our coats over here. So I'm going to bring you guys in to have a look. Okay, so let's start with my desk area. This is actually a new desk for me. When we first got the flat, there were things that we wanted to invest in and things that not so much, and I just felt at the time that shutters and sofas and nice things in our lounge were more important. So I started with an Ikea desk, but I didn't love it. The top wasn't attached to the legs and it felt very kind of like, I was always nervous it was going to fall down. So I've recently got this lovely West Elm desk, and it's so beautiful. It looks great, and it's got storage too, which as I said before is so important. It's got these 3 drawers, which I use for kind of stationery bits. In this right hand drawer I have notebooks and thank you cards, and I've also got a few beauty bits as well, like a hand sanitizer, a hand cream and a face spray as well. In the middle drawer I have my pens, which are from Muji. I've got like a letter opener, rulers, my Tipex mice, which I can't live without. And then the drawer on the left is the drawer of doom, where all my receipts and bits of paper that I don't know what to do with, and bank statements, and it's just too messy to show you inside. It's full of absolute rubbish, but don't we all have a drawer like that in our office? Come on now. My chair is actually from Ryman's, and this is the chair that in probably every previous job I've ever had, I've always insisted that my boss buys me this chair. I've always suffered from a bad back, and the chair that you sit at your desk is so important. So although there are so many beautiful, pretty chairs out there, I've always kind of prioritized comfort and like back problems first. So this chair is not pretty, and actually the arms are a bit annoying because they don't really fit under the desk, but it's really good for my back. It's really not that expensive. Like I said, it's from Ryman's. I'm going to link it below if they still do it. And it's the chair that I've sat on for years at all different jobs. This chair follows me everywhere. If I was crafty, I would find a cool way to cover this chair. I'd really like a pale grey chair, but I haven't got the brain space for that. Up here on the right hand side of my desk is a plant. It's a new plant. Don't worry, for those of you who follow me on Instagram stories, I didn't get rid of the aloe vera plant. We just moved it somewhere else in the flat. I think I rescued it. But this is a new one that we got, and I just thought it was really like minimalist. There's not too much going on. It's not too distracting to have like in my vision when I'm editing and stuff. But I really like having plants in my space. I never used to be like a plant person, but I really do think they add a lot of like oxygen and air to the room. It just like lifts your mood somehow. This is in a little desktop planter from West Elm, and I have them all over the flat. I've got big ones and little ones and tiny ones. I've then got this bottle, which is from Swell. I got sent this. It's just a nice gold water bottle. I try to drink water when I'm sitting at my desk. I'm really bad, but if I fill up a bottle, at least it's there to remind me. And this is sitting on this little coaster from Anthropology, which I thought was so pretty. It's like pink quartz with this gold like outline to it. The computer I use is an iMac desktop. I really like it. I like having a computer that's the same level as my eye. I know you can get a stand for laptops, but I don't know, laptops never feel the same. I got this years ago and I don't regret it. I figured out a way now to sync my desktop with my laptop, so I can kind of use both. I can use my laptop when I'm out of my office and this one when I'm here. It's just nice to have like a proper computer at a desk. Underneath the screen is just one of my external hard drives, the one I'm using at the moment to edit my videos. These are the lacy hard drives. They're just my favorite to use. Then to the left of my computer screen is a new lamp, again from West Elm. Sorry, can you tell I'm a massive fan. It's just a really nice like copper, simple lamp with a shade. I never had a light here before, but I find that when I work late in the evenings, it's really nice to have a light, otherwise I'm just kind of working with spotlights and it doesn't feel as like warm. Then on the other side of my desk is this stand. I think it's from Oliver Bonas and I'm pretty sure it's for recipes, like when you're cooking, but I use this to stand my laptop and my iPad. So I know those are there just when I want to grab my laptop or iPad. I also have my iPad pencil, which I'm just so paranoid of losing. So I bought this little like Belkin stand from the Apple store and it just sits in there and it has its own little home now on my desk and I know I won't lose it. So that's my desk area. I'm pretty sure that's everything. Underneath my desk I have a rubbish bin and I have a shredder, which isn't that exciting to look at, but I love my shredder. Whenever I have something to shred, I just get so excited. Above my desk is a print from Emma Kate Coe, who is an artist I absolutely love, and it just says, "Darling, just fucking own it." And I really love this print. Okay, so just behind my desk is where I keep all my beauty products. This set of drawers is from Urban Outfitters. It's one of the best things I bought for this flat. It was a bit of faff with the delivery, but it looks great, and I've seen other people use it for shoe storage and all kinds of things. You can really use it for anything. The drawers are a little bit stiff to open, but you kind of get used to it. There are 15 drawers, and in here I keep all my makeup. I might do an updated makeup collection video if you guys would like me to. I definitely have one up on my channel from a while ago. I keep in here my foundations, my primers, my lipsticks, blushes and bronzers and highlighters, eyeshadow palettes, my eyeliners and like single eyeshadows, and then I think I've got a drawer for my mascaras. I have a drawer of bits that I kind of want to try out, and then I've got a drawer for all my tools like beauty blenders and hairbands and compact mirrors. And then at the bottom it kind of gets a bit disorganized. I've got some like plug adapters and travel things and like hairbrushes and clips and stuff. So all of my beauty stuff really, apart from skincare and bathroom related things, are kept in these drawers. On the top of the drawers I have my Muji acrylic like double drawer set, and this is where I keep my daily makeup. So the stuff I pretty much wear every day, so I don't have to keep going into all the separate drawers to get different things. I'm sure you guys know by now what my favourite makeup bits are, so they're all kept in there. And then next to that I've got a little tray from West Elm, which I like to keep my beauty sponge on, just because I don't really have anywhere else to put it and I feel like it's a nice little home. So I normally use it like 2 or 3 times before I swap it for a different one and then wash that one. I've then got my 2 favourite perfumes out on display. That's Jo Malone Blackberry and Bay and Essential Molecules Molecule 01. And then I've also got 2 new scents from Jo Malone that I'm just trying out at the moment. One's a perfume, one's a hair mist, so I just put it there to remind myself to give it a go. I've then got all my brushes on display, and this is actually a plant pot from Anthropologie. I bought it a while ago and then I asked you guys what the best thing is to put in it to stand all my brushes up. Loads of you said rice. Loads of people freaked out saying that I'm going to get loads of insects if I put rice, but that just hasn't happened at all. I've had this like this for ages now. Maybe if you're in a hot country you have to be careful, but I've had absolutely no problem. So I've got loads of white rice in there, and then I just kind of stick my brushes and they stand up, and this is by far the best storage I've ever had for my makeup brushes. It's so easy to grab what I need. I have quite a lot of brushes, I probably should downsize, but I just really like how they look in this pot, so I'm really happy with that. To the side of the drawers I keep these 2 tables which I got from Habitat, which I use most of the time when I'm filming. One to kind of rest my laptop on if I need to, the other to rest like products on or my notebook or anything I need to grab. And then underneath the drawers is where I keep the stands for all my lights, so I've got 3 stands and then my tripod, which I'm currently using now. Just to the left of the drawers, I have this lovely, lovely plant, which I got on the weekend. It's exactly what I wanted. I was a bit worried that it was gonna come out too much and make the room feel smaller, but it just doesn't. I think plants bring so much life to the room. It's so nice to have it. I feel like it's my new little friend I'm gonna look after and try really hard not to kill. It's again in the same like West Elm pot. We have one this size in our lounge with mother-in-law's tongue in it. It just works really well. It also kind of covers the cord for my printer, so I'm really happy with this little plant, and it just fills this little white space here. Okay, I'm going to keep moving around the room so you guys can see the kind of art gallery wall and printer table that I've got just over here. Okay, I'm now over in this part of the room, and just a quick disclaimer and apology, I've had to switch cameras halfway through filming this video. It's been a absolute nightmare. I was like trying a new camera and then my microphone went crazy, so sorry if this part of the video is different to the beginning part of the video. I'm now in this part of the room, which is the chimney breast of the room. And before I start here, I forgot to talk about the round mirror above my makeup drawers. That's actually where I stand and do my hair and makeup. I would love to sit at a beauty desk and do it there. I currently don't have the setup for that. I don't have the room. That's something I would definitely want in the future. But I don't mind standing there doing my hair and makeup. The mirror, I don't know where it's from, I can't remember. It might have been Urban Outfitters, but I'm gonna have a little search through my emails, try and remember, and I will write it down below in the description box. Everything I talk about will either be written there or linked there, so definitely go check the description box. So the chimney breast of the room was always quite a plain space. It's not like a real chimney, there's no fireplace there, it's just a gap. So the wall was always blank. If you guys watched my Vlogmas, you would have seen I had a calendar there for a little while. That didn't last long. And now I have this setup, which I really, really like. These little like Ikea LED shelves, we have them all over the flat and they're so handy. They're really good for putting picture frames on, or if you have one in the hallway, you can use it to collect your letters and your keys. I've got 3 on this wall here with all different things on them. So I'm gonna quickly talk you through what's on those shelves. On the bottom shelf, I've got this copper L from Oliver Bonas, and then next to that, I've got my In Style award, which I'm obviously very proud of. It's like an actual award, and I also really like the colour of it. Next to that is one of those teeny tiny West Elm planters with a little succulent in it. And then next to that is my 100,000 subscriber YouTube play button. I absolutely love that YouTube give out these play buttons. I kind of wish they gave one out at 500,000 because that's something I could kind of aim towards. They give one out at 100,000 and then the next one's 1 million. And I seriously never ever expect to get 1 million subscribers. So I kind of wish there was a 500,000 one, but obviously the more frequent they gave them out, the less special they would be. So I'm very proud of my 100,000 plaque, and that just sits there. Next to that is a little Oliver Bonas frame with a picture in it from a photo booth with me, Anna, my friends Lucy and Georgia. And I have no photos around the whole flat of people. So guys, you should feel very lucky that you're in there, but it's just a really nice, happy photo and it's kind of work related. So I really like having that there. Next to that is a little pot from a shop called Gigi in Brighton, which is one of Anna's favourite shops. And the succulent that I bought that came with that died a long time ago, but I recently repotted it with this new succulent and I really like it. It's very simple. And then just to the right of that is another one of Emma Cakeco's prints. I told you I really like her prints. This one says, "So many likes when all you need is love," which is very appropriate for what I do as a job, and I really like it. On the second shelf, I've got a print from Urban Outfitters, which is just a green print of cacti. I thought it added a bit of colour. I really like the print. The one in the middle, I can't remember what the artist is called. I think it's Ham. They sell these in West Elm in loads of boutique shops. I see them all the time, and there are lots of different prints of rabbits doing like funny things like yoga and all different things. This one, the rabbit is jumping on a trampoline. It's very simple, black and white. I really like this print. And then the one on the right says Sleep, Eat, Create, which is a Hannah Maggs of London print. Again, very appropriate for what I do. I really like it. I love the foiling to this print. And then right on the top, I've got another one from Emma Cakeco, which I'm not sure I'm going to keep this one here because it doesn't really fit in the frame, but it's just there for now. It's like an inspirational quote. And the one on the right is from Oliver Bonas, which is new, and I love this one. It's a pink heart with gold foiling behind it. It's so pretty. I love the colours, and I've had my eye on it for so long, so I'm really glad I got it. So in the little gap below where the chimney kind of used to be once upon a time, it was always a bit of an awkward gap. I had my printer sitting on the floor there for a long time, but it felt like such a wasted space. And I could never find anything to fit the space because it's quite shallow, but it's quite tall. It's quite like, it's not that wide. And I looked for so long and nothing really worked. And then eventually I found on the kind of new in section of West Elm, one of their bedside tables. So I recently got that, and I just got one bedside table, which was funny, and it fits really nicely in there. There's still a bit of a gap around the edges and it comes out a little bit further than the kind of depth of the hole, but I don't mind. It just works so well, and it means that I can put my printer on the bottom shelf. My printer is just one from Canon. It's not great, I wouldn't recommend it. And then I've got an extra drawer with more storage space. In this drawer, I like to keep things like camera accessories I need to grab really quickly and easily. I've also got my Dymo label maker and a hole punch in there as well, because those don't fit in my stationery drawers. I kind of need to organize this drawer better. It's still a new one for me, but it's fine for now. On top of the little bedside table, I've got this pink throw from H&M Home. H&M Home do such good throws. If you are ever looking for one and you don't want to spend a fortune, it's a really good place to look. I just wanted this to somehow fill the gap a little bit. Again, it adds colour and it just fills that awkward gap. And also shoved on top of that, I've got these fake plants that I got from the garden centre, which I thought would be good props for photo taking. So that's this section of the room, and I really like this now. I recently finished it and it's perfect. So now I'm going to move up a little bit and show you my shelves and cupboard. So when we first moved in, there was this really awkward gap to the side of the chimney breast. It wasn't like wide enough for full-on shelves or anything. I think it's because they made the bathroom, which is next door here, a little bit bigger. So this weird awkward gap that I wanted to get like a ladder shelf unit or something, but nothing really fit there. It was about like this wide, where you can see how wide it is. So I actually got a builder to come in and custom make something. I knew I wanted some shelves, but then what I really needed is storage for all my camera gear. I guess I'm not like the average person. I've got a lot of camera techie stuff and it's ugly and it's not stuff I want on display. So I asked him to make a cupboard with shelves above it. I actually specifically asked for shaker style, which is when it has this border around the edge. And then I bought my own handle, my own little doorknob from Anthropologie, and just put that on, and it's perfect. It's very simple. It's exactly what I wanted for this whole kind of corner of the room. So let me first show you inside the cupboard. As I said, this is where I keep a lot of my camera gear. So I've got my Canon 5D, my main camera. I've got my white balance sheet thing. I've got an Olympus pen camera up there. I've got my Bose headphones. I've got adapters that I need for my computer. Below that, I've got lots of lacy hard drives, which I use a lot. I've got my vlogging camera, I've got my old vlogging camera. And then I've got quite a few of my camera lenses back there on the shelf and 2 new Polaroid cameras, 1 really, really old Polaroid camera from when I was a teenager. Below the 2 shelves that I kind of specifically asked for there to be shelves, I then just wanted this long gap. And that's where I knew I wanted to store my lights. I've got 2 kind of big square lights and then I've got a ring light as well. It's such a faff to get these in and out, but if I position them right, they fit really nicely. And I can also put my shoulder cam there as well, which is like the thing I use on my shoulder to steady the camera. So that's kind of everything in the cupboard down there. On this bottom shelf, I've got quite a few folders just for like car related stuff, home related stuff, student loan, finance stuff, like just our boring household things, but I put them in these pretty folders from Paperchase. In the middle here, I've got this pink like treasure chest, which is from Oliver Bonas, and in here is more printer cartridges than I will ever need in a lifetime. I accidentally ordered like 50 printer cartridges on Amazon. You know when you just can't really see the amount, and I didn't realize how many I ordered, and literally it was like this many. So they are all in there. And then below that is mine and Anna's cult beauty box. I really like to keep this just as a memory of the work that we did, but also it's so handy because inside I keep all of my wires. It's the most disorganized box ever, full of every wire you can ever imagine, but it's got chargers, it's got adapters, phone chargers, like just so many techie wires that are all contained in this pretty marble box. On the shelf above, I have my microphone, which I use for voiceovers. Luckily, it's quite good looking. It's just a white microphone, so that sits there nicely. This book stop, is it called a book stop? I can't remember what it's called. It's from Oliver Bonas. It's so pretty. It's got this gold on the outside and then it's like a cutout stone in this really nice blue color. I've got my hen book, which is a book that all my friends made me on my hen weekend. I've got my old bullet journal. I've got a little photo album that I use for all my Polaroid photos. And then I've got some A4 sized photo albums. These are from Paperchase. They're just self-adhesive. Is that how you say it? I never know. They're brown, so you can stick your photos wherever you like. I tend to print my photos in 5x7, so I really like these. And I've got photos from our honeymoon and from a family trip to Disneyland. And I just use my Dymo label maker on the side, so I know which is which. Then I've got Rich's really ugly file that he makes me keep in here, and a book where I keep cutouts if I'm ever in like a magazine or anything like that. I just thought it'd be a really nice memory for when I'm old and grey. On the shelf above, I have another book stop from Oliver Bonas, and I have lots of pretty books. I won't talk you through all of them. A lot of them are kind of industry-based books, not so much like reading books, because I tend to read, if I read a really good book, I tend to pass it on to like my mum or sister for them to read. These are more books that I want to keep because they're really pretty. And then right at the top, I have my diaries from when I was a teenager, which I won't ever let anyone read because they're so embarrassing. I've got the spit shield for my microphone. What else? I've got a Johnson & Johnson award, and I've got my Project Life, which I did a couple of years ago. I don't still do Project Life, but I did it for a couple of years and I just love looking back on it. Okay, that's this corner. Done. And now I'm gonna like swivel around this way and you'll see what I hide behind the door to my office. Okay, so if you imagine I've gone round my room, the shelves are now here. This is the door to my office, which we actually had to get the hinges moved because it opened the other way and I knew I wanted my desk there. So we got the door to open this way, which annoyingly means that the light switch is behind the door, but we haven't really moved that yet. So anyway, I'm gonna close this door and you will see what we hide behind the door. Now, obviously I would prefer not to have all of our coats and shoes in my office. This could have been a really nice, pretty corner where I could have sat and filmed videos with the natural light coming in from the window, but we have nowhere else to keep our coats. Our hallway's too small. It would have taken up so much space. So I got the same builder to make this shelf for us, which is above the coat rail. I knew that we'd need a shelf just for more storage. I didn't know what at the time, but up there I keep my camera bag. Rich keeps his daily rucksack. I actually have 2 camera bags, my gym bag, lots of bags and umbrellas are like shoved up there. We then have this coat rack, and Rich actually made this. He got the pipes and the joints from like B&Q or somewhere. I don't even remember how he did this, but we needed really like a specific size. I think it was quite narrow and I couldn't find anything online, so he actually made this one. We hang all of our coats here. I have too many coats, I really need to sort through them, but this is where they all live. And then below the coats are where quite a lot of our shoes live. We do try to keep most of them under the bed, but there's just not room for everything because we've got so many other things under the bed as well. So quite a few of our like daily shoes that we just need to grab and put on live under here. We haven't got any kind of shoe rack. They just kind of live on the floor. So yeah, as I said, I wish that I could make a really pretty thing in the corner. That's ideally what I would have had, but I had to sacrifice the corner of my office for all of our coats, or all of my coats really. I think that's everything in my office. If I go around this way, then I'm just at the door. So I really hope you guys enjoyed having a little tour of my office. Let me know what your favorite part of my office is. It's just a room that I really enjoy now, so I'm really happy with it. And I wanted to share it with you guys. Again, don't forget to check the description box for all of the links. I hope you're all having a lovely bank holiday weekend, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.